once you do find your frequency on something, go forward if you're a non-tyrant and don't ask permission. Don't give a damn about the aware and don't get objective. Don't hop out of yourself and say, how am I being received? The best work I've done in my career is when my head's down in the process and it is completely a subjective experience and I don't give a damn what you think about it or what anyone else thinks about it. And I sure as hell don't give a damn about the result. What better subject to study than ourselves? What better subject to interrogate and investigate daily? What's the one character that we should never get bored with chasing to figure out? But also, it's also the one character that we can't get away from ourselves. It's the one person that we can't get rid of. So I have enjoyed and not enjoyed investigating myself through my life. To form a personal style or to know who we are or what we want, that's hard to do. So I have learned to, by process of elimination, get rid of the things that you go, well, that is not me, or that is just a fad. That's not going to ever be classic. That does not feed me. That's who I am and who I am not. So we figured out who we're not first. I found that I was able to figure out who I was by process of elimination. It's also, I'd rather be a good man than a nice guy. That happens later, and that's part of style. You know, I've always said this: I'd rather have an asshole than a dork, because at least I know where the asshole stands. The dork's trying to be everything to everybody that he thinks they want them to be. I don't want to be that. I don't really enjoy being around that person because I can't trust him. And when I've been one, I couldn't trust myself. So style is also about, once you do find your frequency on something, go forward if you're a non-tyrant and don't ask permission. And that's the not giving a damn part. I've found that the world will actually acquiesce and go, yeah, I'll give you a green light on that if you actually go forward and mean it, you're going to do it by hook or by crook and not ask permission. So I move out to Hollywood. I did Dazed Confused the summer of 92. I go back and graduate from University of Texas at Austin in 93. And then I drive out with my U-Haul and $2,000 to sleep on the couch of that guy that I met in the bar 2 years prior, who cast me my first job. $2,000. I know I'm sleeping on his couch, not paying rent, but $2,000 is going to go pretty quickly. And I'm starting to, after about 2 weeks, I'm going, dime, and could you give me a meeting with an agent? Man, I need to get an agent. I need a job. And he snaps at me, cusses me out and tells me, look, this town smells needy. You're done. What you need to do is get the hell out of here and go do something with your buds and forget about Hollywood and what you think you need. And anyway, I did. I took off with my two buddies with what little money we had, and we motorcycled through Europe for 6 weeks. Well, by the time I got back, I forgot all about needing an agent or, I need to get a part. I just had great life experience for 6 weeks. And so he then brings it up about a week after I'm back and goes, you're ready. I go, for what? And he goes, tomorrow morning we got the meeting with the agent. I'm like, oh, great. He was right on the money because I was able to go into that meeting and be myself, be involved in that meeting and not be so impressed that I got that meeting. Less impressed, more involved. It's a trick, but it works in our life. I mean, sometimes if something is number one on our list and we've got to have it, we need it. A lot of times we don't get it. Think about it, whether it's that girl or whether it's that friend or whatever it is, man, if you make them the number one thing in your life, they're going to go like, well, what else did you have going before you came to me? You know what I mean? I want somebody who had their shit together before they came to me a little bit. If I'm your everything, then I'm probably, a lot of times people will go, or situations will say, no, we don't want you because you need us too bad. Something about taking that trip to Germany got that need out of my mind, and the idea of getting a job or an agent in Hollywood became subliminally number 2 on my list of priorities. Just by sheer that I'd kind of forgotten about it. It wasn't thinking about it all the time. Well, that allowed me to relax, be involved in a meeting with an agent where they accepted me, to then go out on auditions and actually get them, because I was like, I really want this, but I don't need it. And there's a big difference. In Hollywood and fame, there's a game in Hollywood. It is an affair. It's not necessarily a marriage. And there's a game to play, and it's better to want it and not need it. I mean, I've always been very intentional. I will say this. Don't give a damn about the aware and don't get objective. Don't hop out of yourself and say, how am I being received early? The best work I've done in my career is when my head's down in the process and it is completely a subjective experience and I don't give a damn what you think about it or what anyone else thinks about it. And I sure as hell don't give a damn about the result because I'm in it. And I'm so in it that the last day of shooting, they yell wrap and I go, okay, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning for tomorrow's work. And they go, no, it's over. Like we finished film shooting wrap. There is no tomorrow. Then I'm like become objective for the first time. So in many ways, and I think especially today, not just in acting a career, but in all of our careers, athletes, everything is with so much room to be objective. What are we on our phone? There's a jumbotron, immediate response when we put something out. We may be becoming too objective or measuring too aware, giving too much credence to awareness of, oh, how am I perceived? You know, kids these days, it's what they put out, how it's received. If it's got enough thumbs up, they have a good day. If it's got enough thumbs down, they have a bad day. So our being and our attitude and how we feel about ourselves is more reliant. We're letting it be more reliant on what other people think about us today than ever before. I say lean. Into the subjective, I don't give a damn about what anyone else thinks. I'm done it, but I'm going to chase down and do what's truest to me. And then it's time to pop out sometimes and read your reviews or have a look at the jumbotron or watch that performance on playback. But if you're thinking about the result or thinking in the third person too early, I don't believe you do near as good or true of a job in the first person subjectively that you could do.